If you were born in the 60s, 70s, or early 80s, have you ever stopped to think that, by today's standards, we shouldn't even be alive? Our baby cribs were painted with lead-based paints, highly toxic. We played with them without a care. There were no child-proof medicine bottles or locked cabinets. When we rode bikes, helmets, elbow pads, none of that. And the disinfectant stung worse than the wound itself. We traveled in cars without seatbelts. Airbags were the stuff of science fiction. Sitting in the front seat was a privilege. We drank water straight from the garden hose, and we ate fries, buttered bread, and sweets. And guess what? Nothing happened. We didn't get fat because we were always outside, playing. We shared bottles and cups with our friends, and no one worried. We spent hours building our own toys like go-karts and raced down steep streets, no brakes, trusting our luck. We'd leave home in the morning and only return at nightfall. Unreachable, no phone, and it was fine. We didn't have video games or hundreds of TV channels. Fun was simple, made of real interactions. We walked to our friends' houses, and to school, we walked there too. No rides, no parents escorting us. We created our own games with sticks and stones. We invented our stories. If we broke a rule, our parents weren't on our side, they were firm. We learned early on to face the consequences of our actions. And from this generation came the greatest innovators, creators, and problem solvers the world has ever seen. We lived in a time of true freedom, where failure taught us, success motivated us, and responsibility was part of our upbringing. There were no excuses, no crutches. We grew up ready for the world, with resilience and creativity. If you were part of this generation, congratulations. You had the privilege of living a real childhood. And for those who came later, this message is a chance to understand what it was like to grow up in a time when life was simple but full of deep lessons. Do you remember the feeling of running through the streets without fear, without hurry? Maybe all of this puts a smile on your face now. Young people born after 1986 probably never experienced any of it. They grew up with the internet, cell phones, and can't imagine a world without these things. For them, there was no divided Germany. Vietnam is just another country, and HIV has always been part of reality. We watched the world change before our eyes. We saw Michael Jackson transform. We witnessed the rise and fall of so many trends. We saw black and white TV become a relic, and today we're amazed at how easily children handle computers. Do you remember TV shows like Dancing Days? Or when we used to talk about the good old days with friends? Perhaps, like me, you also feel that all your friends are married, and we no longer have the same energy after a night out. And if you smiled or got emotional at any of these memories, welcome to the club. Yes, we're getting older, but we also had the most wonderful childhood we could have wished for. If this message resonated with you, pass it on. Others, just like you, will understand the nostalgia and feel the warmth of these memories.